Come to the 22nd video, boxing and wrestling magazine videos, and again it's got a little bit about Terry Downs fighting Willie Pastrano, Willow the Wisp Pastrano. He was the 28th for all of the light heavyweight division. Yeah, Terry Downs. There's a bit about a ship here, cruise ship. Matches. Bit about Flasher Lordy, cracking Filipino fighter. Beating Terrio Kasaka. Bit of a writing squad at the end. Flasher Lordy. Obviously you'd have others come after. Dodi Penizola, obviously Manny Pacquiao, etc. Ernie Terrell. Sags Bob Foster. So I always say this, I mean, great, he's right up there, Bob Foster, the light heavyweights, but he never took that punch up to the heavyweights. Some fighters could do it. Obviously nowadays you have the cruiser division, but yeah, and you got Rocky Graziano there. We had 3 cracking fights with Tony Zell, not all of them filmed. It says Tony Gennaro and Rocky Marciano, that's the picture there, were real pals and lived near each other, and Rocky even helped Tony buy his clothes. But when they went into the ring together, it was kill or be killed. Tony Gennaro there. Again, cracking right hands, Tony. And he actually stuck down Robinson, Sugar Ray Robinson, but Robinson got straight up and put him away in the same round. But still good enough to put Robinson down. You know, you've got to be more than a slugger just to put Robinson down. Jimmy Wild. Again, I mean, cracking fighter. He had about 35 debutants on his record though. But I mean, you know, amazing fighter still. Like I say, he was so small, he would have been a strawweight probably today, and even smaller than that when he first started. From the mining villages, etc. And yeah, cracking little fighter. Booth fighter. So I reckon he had thousands, I mean over 1,000 fights. But you know, all sorts of shapes and sizes he was fighting in the booths. And he used to work on what you call a swivel with his punches. There was, how true it was, a referee called Sid Nathan was saying that Jimmy Wild said to him that he lost a hamstring and his back leg for an operation, and that made him, rather than sit on his shots like a lot of fighters do, he had to work on a swivel. If you watch him on old tape, he works on like a swivel, gets his power. But some say he had 99 knockouts. Some say 98, 90, you know, it varies from 1 or 2 here, but up in the 90s knockouts, you know, that's amazing. And Pancho Villa, cracking little fighters. Don't get enough recognition, these fighters. Unfortunately, he got involved when he was an old man in his 70s, on I think it was 70s, his later years anyway, on a train with a load of thugs, and they jumped him, and he was quite bad health for a while. Yeah, but Jimmy Wild, the ghost with a hammer, they called him. And he had an amazing punch for a sort of little skinny guy, you know, lighter guy than a lot of people he fought. Cracking punch. like I say, on the boost, he fought a lot heavier fighters, putting them away. Pancho Villa there. And then Jimmy Wild. Bit about Eugene Creaky there, who was a French fighter, and he survived, like Willie Pep actually, survived a plane crash. Come back from that. Eugene Creaky. But I digress. So again, yeah, it's good to mention all these fighters being mentioned. Archie Moore. So he's a fight manager here. Again, he wouldn't be long retired here, 64. Or would he have been retired there? I know he fought, yeah, Cassius Clay and Floyd Patterson. Might have been just retired here. But only just. And again, he's got a guy called Percy Howes. Weighing in for the Percy Howes, Johnny DePezia belt there. And yeah, it says about him training fighters there. Archie Moore, ancient Archie Moore. Lovely cross-arm guard. He taught George Foreman that when he come back, his second after 10 years, and then won the heavyweight title against Michael Moorer. But again, he learnt, and he pretty much took up that cross-arm guard later on, being more deliberate with his blocking, you know, as you're getting older. It's a good style to adopt. Coming to the wrestling bit, Ted Kid Lewis, cracking fighter. Ted Kid Lewis, probably one of the best to come out of this country. Fought everyone. So Jack Britton, he fought so many times. That then the record books with Sam Langford and Harry Wills. They fought each other 22 times. It varies from 1 or 2 here. Boxing history's like that. And Ted Kid Lewis is just behind him. I think it's the third most someone's fought someone. You got someone who fought someone each other 64 times. He fought Jack Britton a lot of times. I know it's 22, Sam Langford. I think he's just behind that. The amount of times he fought Jimmy Britton. Brian Curvis there. And we're coming in here. So again, we come to the wrestling. Greg Patterson, Billy Boy Hines, Destroyer, Kurt the Skull, Von Struman, and Lou Thez and Bob Orton. Yeah. So obviously probably fake blood there, I would imagine, unless they highly likely. Billy Boy Hines there on the grounds. Yeah. I know he used to, obviously highly likely that's fake blood, but you never know how much you want to show of it. And Joe Scarpa and Buddy Fuller. There, just his wrestler's name. Mention these old wrestlers' names there. Dan Murphy. And the Bullies from Berlin. Kurt von Struman, West Germany International Tag Champions. Denny and they're Dirty Grudge Fighters. So Kurt and Skull von Struman. So Kurt von Struman and Skull von Struman. Like a sort of reverse butcher's grip there. Head crank, head crank. Kurt started out such orthodox holds as headlock, etc. on Jerry Kozak. The Skull got warmed up and didn't pay much attention to the finer points of the game. It says here, Kozak there, a bit more on Kozak. Von Struman there, swimming, doing weights. Bob Orton there, Lou Thez. With a bulldog choke going on there, headlock. Luthez again, I've gone through them. A few more names there. Again, official wrestling ratings. So Luthez, do it in order. Fred Blassie, Bruno Sammartino, Eddie Graham, Ray Stevens, The Bruiser, Pat O'Connor, Gene Kaniski, Wilbur Snyder, Ernie Ladd. You've got the females, Penny Banner, Judy Grable, June Byers, Rita Cortez, Jean Otone, Jessica Rogers, Karen Kellogg, Fran Gravit, and Fabulous Moolah and Mars Monroe. Tag teams there, Pepper Gomez and Josh Lothario, the Kangaroos, and George and Sandy Scott, and Jerry and Luke Graham, and Al and Ramon Tours, Jerry and Bob Christie, the Daltons, Skull Murphy and Brute Bernard, and Von Brauners, and the Hillbillies. And that's the end of that magazine. I'll come back and do the ratings in another one. Good little one there. Beautiful pictures on the front there. That's October 1964. That's the end of the 22nd Boxing and Wrestling Mags video. Bang.